Well, hello, it's Bears back. I had a great question from a friend of mine. He's also a good buddy. He's also a lock sport. He's in lock sport. He's a great picker. He just wanted to know is if this pinning chart here would tell the numbers if you wanted to do a key, one key that when it was all the way in, unlocked the lock, and if you pulled it back one, would run the control. And no, it won't. And the reason it won't is because you have to have the same amount of numbers. But so I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it to make a key for one of the locks I'm going to do. Because I didn't think of it, he said it, so I want to do it now. So that's how I am. These are going to be the key numbers. These are going to be the pins that are actually in the lock. So I want to make a control key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take these numbers here. And now the first number you're throwing out, because when you pull this key back, that 2 goes backwards. Okay? I'm just going to do it this way. This is the way I kind of want to do this. So it's easiest for me to figure out because I don't have that big a brain. You don't have to worry about what number you put in here. It doesn't really matter. So we'll just throw a 3 in there just for right now. Now we're going to start putting these numbers in all the way up to the 4. So we're going to go 2, 5, 1, 3, 6, 2. Okay, now when I pull this key back one, this is going to be the control key here, except for this first number. You're not worried about that. That one's going bye-bye. So we hit that, and it gives us our numbers. Now we're only going to take these numbers here. So we're going to take those numbers, and I'm going to run back over to the paperwork, and I'm going to lay it out for you and show you the rest. So hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back over here now, and these are the numbers we got off of that. And remember that number 2, we had a 3 above it, and then we had the numbers, we threw those out. Because when you pull this key back, this is where it's going to be. There's nothing in here. I mean, there's nothing in there right now. So what we need to do is we need to fill from the top of this 2 that dropped down into the bottom when you pull the key back to just above this shear line at least. So we want to come up here just a little bit above that. So that comes down on top of its on your 2 pin. That'll help lock it off from the operating. Now from here you need a pin to go up here to shear line for the control key. To get to, I don't know, I put op there. It's control up here. Control key. So you got to have a pin to fit that, and then of course you're going to want a little pin up here, or a little wafer up here, with your spring on it. So to get from the top of this 2 to this shear line on a 2 pin, let's see, it's a 19. And then you got a 2. Now they make a 19 pin, so that one will go right in there. If you had a 1 key, you had a 1 down here instead, you had a number 1 pin, you'd need 20. Now they don't make a 20. So what I did is I broke it up, a 12, and that 12 takes it just above this shear line, and then an 8 on top on that 1 pin, and you've got your 2 pin on top of that, and now you filled that space when it drops down. Like I said, a 2 is it's at a 2 now, that we're going to cut the key. So when we pull that back, that number 2 pin is going to drop down, and you're going to need 19 on top of it, and then you're going to, a 2 spacer because that adds up to 23. And if you go this route on this first one, you can put in a 3 pin, and then you're going to need a 18 and a 2, a 4 pin, you'll need a 17 and a 2, a 5 pin, you'll need a 16 and a 2, a 6 pin, you'll need a 15 and a 2, and so on and so forth. And so when your key is all the way in, it's going to operate the cylinder part and unlock your lock. And when you pull it back one, it's going to drop that number 2 pin down, and then that stuff's going to go in, and it's going to, all your other pins are going to go to operating or to control, and then it's just going to work this whole thing. So that's the best way I found to do it. And I just had to work with this part. This part it'll come up on the thing, but that's what I had to figure out, and that's the easiest. This is the easiest one I could figure out, is right here, just by using this and seeing which pins worked, and to get to where I needed to go. So okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay legal and have fun. Bye.